Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be using this Ankara fabric to make this Victorian corset. As you can see, I've gone ahead to cut on my fabric using my pattern that I've gone ahead to draft. If you've not watched the video of the pattern drafting, it's already on my channel. And you can see I've also gone ahead to use an interfacing, and this is a clothes tee that I used. And I'm just going in to arrange everything together. So I would start off by placing the two first panels together, as you can see. Then I would place the second panels to the two first panels, stitch them together. Then of course I would join the third panel to the second panels and stitch them together. So I've gone ahead to stitch everything together. I also went ahead to give it a good press, and I also opened up the seams while I was pressing it. Then I also went ahead to trim off these excesses. It's okay, it's not going to affect your corset. I've also gone ahead to do the same for the lining, and this is a doll face lining that I'm using for this corset. Then for the back panels, I am also going in to arrange them with the help of my patterns. Okay, that is why labeling your pattern is very important, so you know which one comes first, which comes second, and which comes third. Okay, then this is how I'm going to be stitching it up together, placing the first panel to the second panel and joining up with the third panel. And of course, we're not going to be stitching the middle open, we're going to be leaving it open so you can see the way it looks. I also went ahead to give it a good press. This is the boning that I'm going to be using for this corset, and I'm going to cut my strips, making sure that these strips are wide enough to house my bonings, okay, because I don't want to struggle when I am putting in these bonings. So this is how I am going to be placing these strips. I'm going to be placing them on my open seams, okay, and I will go ahead to fold in the both sides inwards before stitching this up, just so it comes out very neat. Okay, so I've gone ahead to stitch up my strips, and you can see the way it looks. It looks very neat from the inside, and this is the outside. It looks very neat. I love the way it came out. Then the next thing is to put in my boning, and I am making sure that this boning doesn't reach the two ends, okay, the top end and the down end. You want to make sure that it doesn't reach these two ends, just so when you are turning this with your lining, it doesn't disturb you or it doesn't break your needle. So you want to make sure that it doesn't reach the top end and it doesn't reach the down end. Okay, I hope you understand. So I've gone ahead to put in my boning into all the strips, and you can see the way it looks. I'm yet to iron this, so you need to iron this, give it a very good press so it comes out very flat and very neat. So here I've gone ahead to iron it, and you can see the difference. You see, ironing is very important. So now I'm going to be placing in my cups, and you want to make sure that the curved part is facing inwards and the wider part is facing upwards. And I'm going to be using my needle and thread to tag these on the allowances that I have, just so it doesn't show up from the other side. So I am done with tagging this up with my needle and thread, and you can see the way it looks, and I made sure that it doesn't show on the front side. For the back part of this corset, I've also gone ahead to stitch in my boning strips, just like I did for the front panels, and I've also gone ahead to put in my boning strips. So I'm going to be using these ropes that I've gone ahead to fold on my sewing machine to make loops, okay, and I'm going to be folding it, making sure that it faces inwards and not outwards. Okay, you want to place them inwards like this. Then I would go ahead to use my measuring tape to mark exactly where these loops are going to be staying, and after each loop I am giving 1.5-inch space before the next one. Okay, you can see how I'm doing that with my measuring tape. I'm marking exactly where each loop would stay, giving 1.5-inch space before the next one. So I've gone ahead to stitch in my loops, and you can see the way it's looking. It's already looking beautiful. I am going to go ahead now to join the front to the back. Okay, so you want to take note of the allowance that you took for joining. I've gone ahead to join this, and you can see the way it's looking. It's looking really beautiful. I also went ahead to do the same for my lining, joining the front to the back part. Okay, then I would go ahead to turn with my lining. Now I'm going to be placing this, making sure that everything aligns together. Then I'm going to be starting off from the middle. I'm going to be stitching from the middle to one side and from the middle to the other side. Then I'm going to stitch up the side also, making sure that my loops are facing inwards. I would also go ahead and do this for the both sides. Then you want to also go ahead and stitch the down part, of course, leaving a little space where you will turn everything out from. So I'm done with turning this, and it looks very neat. Okay, both from the front and from the back. I really love this method of turning. You know, it makes it come out very, very neat. So this is the way it looks. Our corset is ready. Like, there's nothing else to do here. It's ready. This is the back part of the corset is ready, and I've also gone ahead to make this long rope that I'm going to be using for the loops. So guys, this is what it's looking like. I love the fitting. I love the way that it came out. So please do like and subscribe to my channel for more tutorial videos. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you've learned one or two things. Thank you for watching. Bye.